So this is the tutorial for shell scripting. So what is shell scripting, which I am going to explain today. So first of all, shell scripting we need to understand. So as we discussed in last class, shell is a interpreter. Interpreter means runtime. You can run the program, and if there is any error, syntax error, then it will throw that error at runtime. So basically, the purpose of the shell script is whatever command we have learned that you can automate, that you can run simultaneously, parallelly into the shell scripting. It will give you just kind of the programming flavor. So that's why the shell scripting comes into the picture. So let's try to understand few examples. First, how we can run the first basic codes in the shell scripting, and then we will also learn about the many more features about the shell scripting. So we need to open the terminal. Here I am using vim.tiny. If you want to use Vim VI Editor directly, so what you can do, you can install VI Editor Vim. So you don't need to use Vim.tiny then. Okay, so it is installed. So I am writing first shell scripting. So here you can simply write echo. If you want to run this code, you need to use sh space first dot sh. So here you can see it is printing hello world. Let's try another program. For example, I want to run ls command here. So I can use ls. Then you can, if you want to provide some delay, then you can provide, you can use sleep. For example, 2 seconds of delay. And then again, if you want to perform any command, then you can run that command also. For example, sh first dot sh, and here I am printing equal, putting some delay. Sh second dot sh. So you can see it's just listed all the folders which is available into this directory, and then 2 seconds of delay, and then printed done. Okay, so this was the basic example for the shell scripting. Let's try to understand how we can define and access the variable. So if you want to access the variable, then you need to use dollar sign. For example, let's create third program. Okay, so I have defined two variables, name and tenNum. And if you want to print the value of this variable, then you need to use dollar sign. For example, echo the value of name is dollar name. into the value of n num is dollar n num. Okay, let's try to run this code. Sh third of sh. So you can see here this interpreter is giving error 10 num equal to 100 not found, but it is printing the value of test. So we have assigned name to test, then it is printing, but it is not printing the value of num. Why it is not printing? So in the shell script you always need to start the undefined variable with the alphabets, not use numeric number. So when you will remove this, it will print the 100. This. Okay, so let's try to understand one more program. So this is the example of read string. So read string is used for to take the command line argument as the input. Okay, so here I have defined the bin bash, which shows like here I am going to use the bash shell. There are multiple shells. We will discuss this later. The second line I have just put it one print enter name, and the third line there is a read command. So read is a command which is going to take command line input, and that input is going to assign in the name variable. And as we discussed it on previous program, we'll have whenever you want to use print the variable, you have to use dollar. So here you can see this is dollar. Okay, so let's run this code. Enter name means it is asking for the command line input. I'm just defining hi. So enter name is hi. So what does it mean? In the second line, this program asks to enter the command line input, and then whatever you have assigned, for example in our code we have assigned hi, then name is the hi is assigned to name, and when I printed the name we are getting hi. So this was the few examples of the shell scripting.